All right, Mark again here, live from the trail. Welcome to this step in the process. This is where you hit the pavement and kind of make decisions. See, there's a couple decisions that have to be made. First, can you stand working with me? Second, can I stand working with you? Those are questions that remain to be answered, and sometimes the answer is yes, sometimes the answer is no. But let me give you a little bit more of my background so you kind of know where I'm coming from. I owned a brick and mortar company, a construction supply company, some 20 years ago. The market took a collapse on me, and I went from being wealthy to losing about $500,000 a month. When all the dust settled, I ended up losing about $2.5 million. As the sole owner, that came straight out of my pocket. That kind of changes your perspective on things. Life changes pretty quick when you're in that. I had, I think, at the top 16 lawsuits against me and my company, so it wasn't a real pretty time. I thought quickly how to take care of my family, and I knew I had a $2 million life insurance policy. So I pulled it out, took a look at it, but the suicide clause in there, I still had over a year to go before my family could get paid out if I committed suicide. So that wasn't really the best option. So we struggled for quite a while because anything that I did, creditors would just take my wages, and so I had to kind of go under the radar for quite a while and work at feeding my family. Like I said earlier, I became a great employee. I worked my butt off for people. I ran crews on construction sites. I managed jobs. I did great making money for other people. And I gave up on my dream. And that's probably the worst part of everything, was I gave up on my dream. Then years later, my boss called me into his office and said, everything's slowed down. We don't have that much work coming up. All the jobs we have are small and they don't justify your wage, so we're going to have to let you go. From being a loyal employee to being out on the street, that hurt again. But on my drive home, after I was really ticked off, I started to think, what is it that I really want to do? I'm 57 years old. What am I going to do with my life? In the back of my mind, I always kind of had a dream of working online, figuring out how to do online marketing, figuring out something that it was me and I was independent, could move wherever I want, be wherever I want. I just needed a laptop and an internet connection. Well, that kind of led me to where I am now. In searching for things and looking around, I came across things. I didn't want to have to try and recreate the wheel. I'd tried to do that before, and it never really worked. So I determined that I wanted to find somebody who had a system that I could just step into. And with a little bit of work, it always requires a little bit of work. With a little bit of work, plug myself into it, take that system, and run with it. That's where we are now. I've teamed up with a group of people who have a system. They're amazing marketers. They've figured out how to do so many things with lead generation, funnels. I don't have to talk to my friends, my family. unless I really want to. You know, there's many other ways to build this business. So looking over everything that they had to offer, I decided to become involved in it. Best decision I ever made in my life. It's allowed me to start dreaming again, to start believing in myself. You know, but the one thing you'll find about me, I'll bend over backwards to help people if I think they're striving to help themselves. But I'm not a warm fuzzy type of guy. I'm not a real good cheerleader. I'm kind of a nuts and bolts, let's get down to work guy. But that's where my wife comes in. She's amazing. She's like probably the world's best cheerleader, the world's best, I don't know, she's great at cheering people on, helping people. Together as a team, we make it great. There's some people who don't want to work with me, but will work with her, and vice versa. So, your only decision is, after listening to this monotone guy who's always out in the woods, do you want to fill in the survey, the questionnaire, and see if we're a good fit? Or do you want to move on and try chasing your dream someplace else? I'm not going to try and talk you into working with me. I think we have a great opportunity here. We have a great team. I would love to share it with you. I would love to help you and coach you in your journey, but I will not do the work for you. I'll try and make everything available to help you, but bottom line, if you succeed or if you fail, it's you, it's not me. But so if this all sounds good, fill out the information to the side there. We'll be in touch to see if it's a good match for both of us. And if it is, I look forward to working with you. So click that information now, fill it out, and let's get started, and have a great day.